recorded from the projects that they were funding. But what we actually encountered was, whilst we had about 1,000 people registered on the site initially, the charities were having real difficulty thinking about what their impact was. And when we dug into that further, we realised that there was this kind of initial problem of many charities just weren't really sure how they could evidence the impact of their work in terms of terminology like outcomes and theories of change. People were finding it really confusing. So when we were speaking with them, that was something that was confusing them. And then those that were thinking about how to record information were typically doing it on paper and then having to hurriedly pull together reports for funders every 3 months, which was a stress. And having worked in a couple of charities, this was my experience too. But then also people using spreadsheets, so it was just a bit of a clunky process. So what we decided to create was this kind of new approach where we have what we call our impact store, where there are lots of different theories of change, or basically templates that charities can use based on the kind of project that they are, that helps you think about what are our activities and our participants and the short, medium and long-term outcomes of our work. Then we give you a mobile app and a website that's kind of built to feel a lot like a social network. So even if you're not really that tech savvy, it's a very easy way to log the progress that's happening on all the projects you're working on with all the beneficiaries you have. And then you can then share those stories to social media, but you can also pull data together for like reports for funders and things like that. So that's what we're doing top line. I'll now let Sara talk about how she's using it at Wave.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, if you can skip that.
Alright, so as Matt said, I come from a charity called the Wave Trust, which most of you, I'm sure, if not all of you, have never heard of. We are a tiny charity. There are 5 of us at the moment. We've just taken on someone else, so we are actually quite big at the moment for us. And we are traditionally a very policy-based and research-based charity that, when it was founded, was looking into the causes of violence and child maltreatment in the United Kingdom, and worked very much with the government to drive policy to obviously reducing child maltreatment. And last year we launched our 70-30 campaign, which is the first time we've really done anything as a charity that's outward public facing. And we're trying to enrol the public, the general public, to come on board and help us to achieve this. So we've called our campaign 70-30, which is our goal, 70% reduction, in child maltreatment by 2030. And we want to do that through implementing primary preventative strategies. So we want to change policies so that it focuses on preventing maltreatment rather than dealing with maltreatment once it occurs. And we want to do this through the campaign, as I said, by first of all raising awareness of primary prevention and this concept that we can actually tackle child abuse. And then enrolling supporters, endorsers and growing local advocacy groups as well in geographical areas, which we call our 70-30 groups, and they work as teams in their local areas and their communities to enrol the entire community, hopefully, and get them on board. And what we found really quite early on in the process of launching this campaign was that our main challenge was actually, like Matt said, concretely understanding what our impact was, what that needed to look like, and then how we tracked and logged that impact. And we wanted the ambassadors to do it for us. So as the only kind of full-time member of staff who's working and running the campaign, I really wanted them to do it for us. So it was very important that it was user-friendly, that they would want to use it, that it was very easy to understand, and that they themselves could see the value in using that tool. And the impact tracker was the perfect solution. So this is, when you first log on to the impact tracker, this is the first thing that you see. And essentially, you see we've got our news feed, which is just very much like Facebook. It says that you get a news feed of all the recent activity from all the users of the tool, the latest updates if you like. The projects here, so that's all the different groups that we have currently using the tool. And then you have an overview on the right hand side of your impact, so the overall impact being logged. Project page, so this is an example of one of our groups in Axminster in Devon. And what you get there is a beautiful image and then an overview of kind of the situation in Axminster itself, who the contact for that group would be, and then further on to the right you have the progress of that group and then the beneficiaries as well that they are engaging with currently. And you have the functionalities to like and share as well. So this is a project page. So this is an example of an ambassador who's logged a couple of stories. You have your metrics at the top there, so you get a really clear overview of exactly what's been logged. The metrics again tell you how much has been done of a particular activity, and then the user has the option to add an additional note with some more detail as well, and that again is viewed by everybody on the tool. The beneficiaries progress, so beneficiaries being anybody that any of our ambassadors are connecting with for the benefit of kind of raising awareness of 70/30 in their communities. So a lot of our beneficiaries are, for example, MPs or local councillors, but also local organisations and charities as well that our ambassadors are reaching out to. So you get a list of all your beneficiaries, and then the metrics or the impact, the different elements of impact that we're tracking. And then at the top there we have the functionality to filter by group and to filter by a particular time period as well. So you can choose the data that you want to see. The beneficiary profile is just how it sounds, just a profile of a particular beneficiary. And you can see when they joined the impact tracker, if you like, when they were first logged, what group they belonged to, and then any impact that is specifically. So I've been told to smile. I apologise.
Also, a bit of time.
Oh, sorry. That's just an overview of where our groups are, and then that is your progress, I guess, in a kind of very colourful visual way. So we use that to produce reports for funders, for example, or supporters of the charity, and again just latest stories, and everybody who uses the tool as well.
Great, thanks. That's us.
Thank you.